What's up, guys? I'm London here, coming to you guys with another tutorial on how to make your icons 3D. For example, we're going to be using this icon right here. Partner logos, that's what I'm looking for. The Twitter bird, that's just what we're going to be using. And you can use it for like any icon you have. It works better if you have a PNG, because if you bring in there like a regular picture, it's just gonna make the picture a 3D box, which you don't want that. You can use it with Facebook, Twitter, like most of any icon. It doesn't have to be any social media icons. Just basically your icons like that you want to make 3D. Okay, so first you want to get started. Open your Photoshop. File, open. Then let's go look for that logo. Logo icon again. So we're going to be using the Twitter bird. Okay, once you open it, you should have your file right here. Okay, this is what we're going to do when you get started. Go ahead and click on layers. I don't know how you guys have yours set up. You guys might have it set up like that, but I have mine set up differently. So yeah, I'm going to go to my layers. I'm going to hold down Control and then click on the picture over here. And the reason to know that you're doing it correctly, you're going to see the little icon, like it's going to be a box right there. If you look at my cursor, like or you can't see it, but over the Twitter bird, you can see the little square with the lines around it. Okay, you're going to click the little thumbnail. Then if you click it correctly, this should come around it right there. The little moving lines, if you guys want to call it that. Okay, after that, you want to go to Paths, and then you want to click Make Work Path from Selection, and that's the little first is Fill Path with foreground color, Stroke Path with brush, Load Path as a selection. That's going to be the fourth icon, and then click Make Work Path from Selection. Once you have that selected, you should get the gray lines, which is like basically a pen tool around your Twitter bird or whatever icon you're using. After that, you want to go to File, Export, Paths to Illustrator. Once you have that, make sure you don't have document bounds selected. Make sure you have work path. That is the path that you just selected. So say if I wanted to change the name, Tutorial. Okay, go to File, Export, Paths to Illustrator, Tutorial. So if you change the name of it, it's going to come up down here as whatever name you change it. So I'm going to click OK. I already saved one of them here. Let me just delete it. Alright, I'm going to save it as Tutorial, and I'm going to save it as on my desktop so I can easily find it when I open it up in Cinema 4D. You guys can save it as whatever you want to, obviously, because you're using it for yourself. Save. After that, you don't need Photoshop. Well, if you want to add effects and stuff to it, you can leave Photoshop open, but for this tutorial, you don't need Photoshop anymore. Open Cinema 4D. Go to File, Merge, and go to your desktop and look for the file. It should be down here at the bottom because it's tutorial. There it is right there. Adobe Illustrator Artwork 15.1, 2.50 KB. And yeah, just click it. And when you get it here, just leave it as 1, because the bigger you get it, it's going to be like, I think I tried it before and it was like harder to render, or like it wouldn't render correctly. I don't know why. But okay, go ahead and click OK. And there is your bird, the Twitter bird render. You get nothing because it's not 3D yet, and it's black. Okay, so once you get it in here, go ahead and click on it. You guys go ahead and look around it or whatever. And see, when you pull it in here, it's not 3D. To make it 3D, what you want to go ahead and click down and hold this little icon up here and extrude NURBS. You want to click it. And then when you have extrude NURBS over here in the objects column, you want to click Tutorial, which is the bird, the Twitter bird. You want to drag it up over extrude NURBS so that the arrow is pointing down with the square next to it. And once you have like that, you have your 3D Twitter bird or whatever logo icon you're going to be using. Go ahead and render that. See, it's just 3D bird. Render it down there. 3D bird again. Okay. After you have that done, you basically have your 3D Twitter bird or whatever icon you're using. And if you want to add color, which everyone likes to add color to things that make it look professional and things as such. Okay, to do that, you want to go ahead and add your material and click it right there. But I already have some materials preset, so I'm going to load my materials. You guys probably have it or you don't, but I have my own materials preset that I like to use. I'm going to go to my preset right now. You guys don't have to do this. This is just my materials. Okay, these are my materials down here. And I want to use, let's see, red. Okay, render. Then I have my nice red there. Render up there. You guys can still see the red. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, if you guys want to add text, I basically right now the tutorial is like over for the Twitter bird or whatever. But now I'm going to add a little extra stuff to my text and such. I'm going to move this up. Make sure you click on the green axis so that you can move it straight up, not to the side. And just move it over a little. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay, and there's your bird. Close that. Okay, if you guys want to add text, like I usually do for most of mine, go ahead and click Mo Graph, Mo Text, and I want to put Twitter. And there it is down there. Go ahead and move it over, center it up. Is that centered? Let's see, is that centered? Move it over a little bit. Move it out. Over. Turn it. Move it over a little. After you have it to your your selection, however you want your stuff, move that over a little bit. Mo Text, go ahead and pick your font. Today, for this training, I'm just going to be using Bebas or Bebas, however you say it. Bebas. Choose whatever font you have, guys. Whatever font you have, you can use it. Okay, Twitter. Let's see if I move it up. It's obviously going to be in the text up there. I'm going to move it down, over, click on my Twitter bird, move it down some, move it over just a tad bit, and render it, see how it looks. It's kind of centered. Alright. Okay, I'm going to add another. You guys don't have to do, I'm just adding. I just hit Control C, Control V to make another text. You guys see what I'm doing in a second. I'm going to do fillet cap. Fillet cap. I want to bring in the red text for my outline. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Uncheck that. So I can just have my shiny red. want to make this a fillet, then click black, then uncheck that, so we have a nice little outline. Hold on, let me make it just a tad bit bigger. That's not how I wanted it, but yeah, you guys can see the outline a little bit. It's not what I like, but it's not like I'm using it on anything. It's just for the tutorial. Okay, if you guys wanted to come out as a PNG so you can put it over your backgrounds, whatever you're going to use it for, you want to go ahead and click the icon up here for your render settings, output, and click this little arrow. You guys can put it on whatever you want, but I always put mine on 1080, and then it's going to come out looking like really clear HD, basically. Okay, and save. And before you do that, go ahead and click where you want to save it. I always save my text here. Save PNG, and don't X out yet. If you don't check alpha channel, it will not come out as a PNG. It will come out with the black background, which you guys don't want because you weren't able to put over your backgrounds and have it clear, correct? Okay, so make sure alpha channel is checked. You're going to click X on that. You can go ahead and render it. Save it wherever you want to. Okay, guys, that's going to end the tutorial. And you guys can go ahead and go to your Photoshop and add it to your backgrounds. Or, crap, I'll show you. Say if I have a white background, file, place, where did I save it? And there it is. It's not basically professional. I wouldn't use this on anything I would work on, but it was just really quick for the tutorial. Alright guys, see you later. Subscribe.